Okay, folks, we're back at the factory today. Just gonna do a little tour of the Simcoe build in progress here, and also some of the buildings we've got completed waiting for delivery. This is all coming together really nicely. Those big windows on the front are gonna make a huge difference for the amount of light this building takes in. So come on in here with me. Again, this is a 12 by 20 foot structure. So we can move this building all in one piece as long as you got space for us to bring it in. We're gonna walk through here. This door is 32 inches wide. Inside the building, we are using always our pine tongue and groove, unless you specify otherwise. Beautiful product that we source locally here. This building in particular, we're upgrading, of course, to the Roxel, which is mainly for, like, you get an extra couple of our value points, but also mice don't like it. So where we are, we do have, you know, some rodents that are a constant concern for us. But the headroom difference in this with the engineered truss, we do maintain the gable ends here, which is great. But then we have a nice open space here with some additional windows. This back window will face south. The bed's gonna go over here. You'll see how this all comes together once we furnish it. This window will be inside the washroom, so there's gonna be a 4 foot by 8 foot washroom here. So it's really nice to see this come together. It's a work in progress, of course, and then will be moved once the snow melts. But a great looking structure. The guys are working hard to get this completed. They're most of the way there on this one now. So if you're keen on a building, you know, typically we're going to be 4 to 6 weeks out for lead times. That does vary based on the number of orders we have. We're ahead of schedule this time of year, which is great. So this building is almost done. And let's go on outside and see some of the other stuff we're doing here. So we've seen this one before. This is an Algonquin. It's 10 by 12 with a 4 foot porch on it. We've got a customer that's going to use this building as a bar, which is a great use for a Highland Outbuilding. Lovingly finished inside with the pine. I mean, this is a great size and really good value, by the way. We sell this building just like you see it, with these 3 windows, 32-inch door, insulated with a pine interior, for under 10,000 bucks. And that's with the porch. We can move this thing anywhere in Ontario if you like. There's no problem for us to take a building of any size, really, up to 12 by 24. We can move bigger buildings, just not with the shed mule. So that's our 10 by 12 Algonquin plus a 4 foot porch. So here we have our 12 by 18 Bancroft. This building has been built and designed specifically for duty as a backyard gym. So we got a little bit of extra width with the 12 foot width. And then the higher front wall here is going to allow us to get some exercise equipment in here and use it effectively. This building does not have any windows on the back. We want that back wall for mounting equipment and so on and so forth. But we'll do a little walk into here too. This has a wider 36-inch door, which is certainly something that's possible. So beautiful pine interior. We've opted for 4 windows in this build. Really good looking space, and this is going to make for a ton of extra room in the back of a property specific for a gym. Okay folks, so this is an interesting one too. This is a custom design that's been built according to the specific wishes of the customer. They already have one of our sheds on site, so we've added this dormer and a large window in the center. They've also requested ridge vents, which is certainly a possibility. We have a nice big wide door in here for good access. And then inside the building, this is a 10 by 16. We've sealed up the end here to allow for it to be transported, but eventually when this gets on site, they're gonna put in a big sliding door. So on the side, we have a 2 by 3 window, a nice big 4 by 4 window. These are gorgeous, albeit a little more expensive than the smaller ones. And then a 3 by 4 window over here. So this building's very light and spacious, offset door, Another window over here, and our lovely pine tongue and groove interior. So we can build custom any way you want. We don't sell sliding doors. So in this case, this is to keep all the road sputs out of the building while we move it around. But another beautiful building here. Okay guys, so here's the sweetheart of the fleet. This is far and away our most popular building. This is a 10 by 16 Algonquin. We have built this one specifically for placement on the property that it's ending up at. It's got a green roof. This one has 3 windows. So this window on the right-hand side, once we get through the door here, this is a 32-inch door. Let's go on in here and have a peek. So this building, when used for storage purposes, does not require a permit, right? So we're in a 10 by 16. This is a big shed with beautiful pine interior, fully insulated. Like we said, it's got a 3 window setup. So 2 along the front flanking the door, equidistant from the door, and 1 in this case facing south. I would imagine once it gets on site, we'll see what the orientation looks like. But this is our most popular building, right? This is our Algonquin, insulated and ready to go and delivered to your home. If you need one of these, we can build you one, and they're great value. These start at just over 10,000 bucks, and you do not require a permit for this shed. So here's another Algonquin. This is very similar to the one we were just in. The enclosed area here is 10 feet by 16, but we've added a 4-foot porch as per the request of the customer. And just like the one next door, it's got 3 windows. Sorry, trying not to bring too much snow in here. But they requested a window on the long wall instead. And of course, because of the porch, we have our door on the short wall. So we can orient the windows and the doors wherever you want them. The beautiful pine interior in this one has a bit of a different layout potential. So we have a long ways layout versus sort of a wide ways layout. This is going to be tucked back in the back corner of a property here in central Ontario, and will add a significant amount of additional living space just for I think they'll use it for storage, and they'll use it to keep their things nice and weather secure. This is an airtight building. 10 by 16 plus a porch. So here we have another popular model. This building is also 10 by 16, but our Bancroft style. So we're doing the skillion roof, shed roof, slant roof, whatever you want to call it. This building has 4 windows, which is a common layout as well. But inside here, it's a little bit different. So we have, this one's not finished out yet. We are going to finish it. And there's a loft in here that we decided we're gonna take out. I mean, we can certainly build a loft up here. There's enough room up there to sleep if you wanted to, or a significant amount of storage. The height up to the bottom of this is just a touch under 6 feet. But we can also build the walls lower and get you some more loft space. So if you buy a standard shed from us, this is how they come looking, right? So we have house wrap, around the whole building. The windows are all in there. The door's nicely framed in. And then we have, in the Bancroft model, we use 2x4s to shore up the roof as strapping. So this is a really sturdy build. This one's actually gonna end up coming up to our cabin. We're gonna finish this one out with insulation and pine as well. So this is the Bancroft in 10 by 16. So you can see, folks, we've been busy. We're building like crazy and trying to get ahead of the build queue. It's gonna be a really busy spring. But I just wanted to show some of the options that we're capable of creating for you. Lots of custom choices, and interestingly, we were just spending some time on the weekend chatting with Ryan from Canadian Off-Grid about adding kits to the buildings if you are off-grid and require things like power, things like washroom facilities, things like water, refrigeration, so on and so forth. So there's lots of new stuff coming up here, and we're really looking forward to the rest of 2023. And if you guys are looking for a building, give us a shout. You can find us online at highlandoutbuildings.com, or you can give me a call at 705-309-9088. Cheers.